if Justin was already thinking that, then I definitely helped push him that way, because he did. It was for the Future Sex album, and
that album's a masterpiece.
It's the best. It's that 2020 are hard to. Yeah, it's both, but there's more songs on there, which is hard. But
right.
But I thought it was gonna be like a banger, like a 99 Problems or that, like a hip hop R&B record. And so did Justin, I think, but he showed up, and he expected Rick to like play him something, and Rick had nothing. And Justin was like, you have nothing for me to hear? And he's like, nah, I want you to write. Like, I want you to write. And he's like, about anything? And he's like, whatever's on your mind. I want you to write about whatever's on your mind right now. Like, whatever.
I love that.
And he started writing, and it turned into a ballad, and it's a fucking ill ballad. It became the encore of that tour.
Wow.
And it was beautiful. Like, it's still one of my favorite songs, and it's a deep cut. Like, you have to be a huge Justin fan to know it.
Right.
And and when you hear it, you're like, you would never think it's a Rick Rubin song unless you know Rick Rubin.
That he often says that he doesn't even have musical talent. He's like, he just has a really good taste, and he shows up and he brings the best out of people.
See, yeah, that's it. That's what's. I feel that I'm similar. I'm not comparing myself to Rick Rubin, but that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, I don't have the skills to engineer shit or edit shit, but I know what's right. Like, I know.
You can feel it. You just know it.
Yeah. Like, I can see it or I can hear it and know what's right. Like, yeah. So it's.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I know we just went like 4 different things.
No, but it all ties in. It's super
100%.
exciting for me. So go back to the tour. When you're doing a tour, are you the first tour with Justin, are you developing it piece by piece, or is there some grand vision presentation? Like, this tour is about this.
Yeah, I think with the first one, with Justified, it was more about the music. So I had the idea of like, you're such a badass that he was taking like B-boy privates from B-boy crumbs, and like he was like he's not gonna like break on stage, but he would do like some little solo shit where he would do like a freeze or something, and I'm like,
or a little top rock.
Yeah, a little top rock. Yeah, we did. We had a section of like top rock in the intro. I totally forgot about it. Like that we all did, and like I was like, he can do everything, so why not just showcase that? Like, we used very minimal pyro. Yeah. And we had like one magic trick that we like where he disappeared after a dance break through a piano, and it worked great and it was super dope. But that was in a mic gag, where the mic flew out of the stage and he caught it, which we still use to this day, which is, by the way, the best thing we ever created. Using the toasters? Using a toaster, a small toaster, not like literally it was $100, like CO2. So not like a toaster would do a human, but like a mini built toaster that just run off CO2.
And the mic wasn't wired, like it really threw a mic up and he
throws it up straight, he catches it. We've done it on
That's so dope.
Yeah, we did it that whole tour, and he's never missed. Not once. And we did it that whole tour. We did it on the Video Vanguard VMAs.
That's got to be such an amazing feeling to be on stage and wow, it shows up, boom.
But it's not even that. It's always like the music cuts. Oh, sorry. He does like a little points, catch. Like it's always like perfect. He's never missed once. He got so good on tour that he wouldn't even look at it. He would just catch it on the way up. Like sometimes, yeah. But it was always at the exact same height. But he got so good where he could not look.
That's amazing.
So we only had like 2 gags. Yeah. And then we were like, you're the gag. Like you're the thing people came to see. So we're just gonna put a bunch of dope dancers around you. And like I was inspired by Janet growing up and Michael. So like that's what they did. Why not do it? But just our version of it. And same thing. I bit from Tina Landon and Janet. Like on his first tour, we introduced the band and the dancers. Like Janet on Velvet Rope, and I don't know if she did it on her Janet tour, but they introduced all the dancers, not the band, but the dancers. And I was like, well, they're all artists. Why not introduce everybody? And Justin felt the same way.
And that wasn't a thing for artists to do back then? People weren't regularly giving...
people still don't do it. Wow. Like, they may give love to their musical director a shout-out, or maybe you know, if somebody is a solo, give it up for Sarah, who whatever. But like, no, we had literally
shouting out the whole cast.
We would do a 1 by 1, like, yo, I want to introduce this dancer, but at the same time, I'm going to introduce the background singers. This is the Nas, down the row, and this is Sky Hoffman, and then Sky goes off for like 4-8 counts. And then the next person, and the next person, and the next person.
That's beautiful. That's really respecting art in general.
It was so dope. Yeah. Wow. Except for I had to go last because of my credentials. Like, because I was co-director, choreographer, dancer. So I had to go last. But my boy Roger Lee was a dancer on tour. And he was like the best freestyler on earth, especially at this moment. And he would go right before me.
And you have to follow
I'm like,
that.
Fuck, I got to follow this guy every night? Like, there's no way. I'm not that guy. So I would just like do a couple things and like run around, and like I'm skinny, so I'd like flex and try to be funny and like
hype up the crowd,
go to Justin, like thank him, like waste my time. But I'm like, I'm not following that shit. What are you talking about? But
hit the crowd with the big
like come on, like you know, they want to yell.
That's always great when you get called out in the crowd. Just hit them with the
it works every time, like, you know what I mean? So